Good afternoon, ladies and gentlepugs. 'Tis I, ya lord, the King Pug Gaming, and welcome back to episode 16, and unfortunately for those who like the series, the final episode of this Let's Play the Thorium Mod Season 1. And of course, if you watched the video I made last Wednesday, this is the last video I'm posting in 2022 before my hiatus, which, if you didn't know, will start tomorrow until March of 2023. It's gonna be a long journey, but trust me, it'll be all worth it. So of course, you already know, I have the cheat sheet mod enabled just to display a couple of weapons that are in the mod that are now unobtainable. Well, since the recent 1.6 major update that has happened to the mod, some of the weapons that used to be crafted with stuff like terrarium cores are now permanently unobtainable. But I don't know if they're gonna be removed. It's most likely not gonna happen with the removal option. So in this mod with the cheat sheet, in order to find which weapons have been made unobtainable, you have to basically type in the word null, which basically means it's not capable of being obtained in the mod anymore. And it's just basically weapons that have been considered too strong, like the sick throw, along with the terrarium pulsar shot. Most of this stuff has been considered null because they were just way too strong. So yeah, basically most of the stuff that were really strong in the past have been made unobtainable, and that's quite unfortunate. It could have been pretty useful in this playthrough. And the sick throw is the only melee weapon in this mod that has actually been nullified, meaning that we can't obtain it anymore. And in terms of ranged weapons, just the terrarium pulsar shot, which is just a bullet for guns, which we can't use at all anymore. And there's the sick throw. Well, apparently it looks like a normal yo-yo, besides the rainbow fire notation that is right around the weapon. But we don't know its true power. First, we need to test it on something. And of course, why not? Because we still got plenty. How about the primordials, to demonstrate why this weapon was made null, so that way we couldn't obtain it anymore. So that means just a quick test on this weapon. So we gotta wait as normal. Oh. Okay, that's a lot of explosions apparently. I mean, this weapon isn't terribly strong, but it just probably causes too much lag when it hits an enemy. So basically this weapon can cause the game to crash pretty easily if it's used too frequently. So I think it's kind of a good choice to have it nullified. And I think if they kill a boss with the rooms of cultists, it's too easy once you're killing terrarium cores. But that's just me. So yeah, let's just finish off the primordials, just this time with the terrarium blast time. And why not ignore armor with Molnius? Just one last time in this series. Probably not. Probably so. But it's unknown at this point. Something good's gonna happen in this last episode. Like I said, we're having a huge final fight against multiple bosses at once. Well, except for the wall of flesh. With the Quagga's Mod I've installed, you can spawn the Eater of Worlds in the Crimson biome, so you don't need to go to a corruption world in order to spawn it anymore. Well, with Quagga's Mod enabled in the first place, if you don't have it, then you can't summon the Eater of Worlds inside the Crimson. You've already defeated the Brain of Cthulhu. Therefore, it also means you can summon them anywhere now. The biome restrictions are lifted with Quagga's Mod installed. So you can fight either the Brain of Cthulhu, the Eater of Worlds, anywhere you want with Quagga's Mod installed. Hey, the Dream Unit, nice to see you again. And soon, we'll be here. Just right now. Stay here and do nothing. Haven't I showed y'all the true power of the terrariums last episode? Come on, it's clearly basically similar to a Calamity Mod death weapon. You are truly unstoppable with this weapon. Use forever heal. Well, except when you're facing that attack. Time to move. See? Look at that. I'm still alive. And I hardly have to dodge with my insanely fast mount. So, that's good. And goodbye. Not even that big of a challenge anymore. So I tried. And bam. They're gone. That's all I just probably had to show. Just a sick throw. It's a nice yo-yo, but it's not technically the best. So yeah, also with Fargo's mod, I've gotten 2 ancient seals, which will basically summon all bosses at once, especially modded ones. So yeah, that's how I will start the fight against a lot of bosses at once, using that one item from Fargo's mod. So you know what? Let's just go straight to the Adamantite Temple, which is just a couple miles east of my current existing base, and fight them there. Alright, let's go. This is gonna be a massacre. Hey, the inner world six farm is in the world. It's very nice to see that everyone goes to the special bar before I say goodbye. go, everyone. That's where I present a lot of bosses at once. That took a while, and I know some of y'all are wondering, King Pug, why did you have to fight some of the same bosses more than once? Simply because in the cheat sheet mod, when it comes to the bosses, sometimes they're shown twice, like with the Fallen Beholder. It's also shown with its second form in Expert mode, along with the Borean Strida, along with the Abyssian, and many more bosses that have second forms that are in the cheat sheet boss menu. So, yeah, that's why. And of course, I can't end off this series and this final episode without an alternate ending to the fight. So, you know what? It's time to do the alternate ending. And now... oh. Just switch back to... oh, just the Goblin Army. So, here's that alternate ending I present to you. So... there we go. King Pug, what was that? Yuri does it. I stopped time. That allowed me to take care of everything that spawned so quickly so fast. I can only stop time for a span of 5 seconds, but it bought me enough time.
No pun intended.
So now it's time for me to give off my final opinion of the Thorium mod, even though this is only the first season I've played of this mod. This mod is pretty great. It's a pretty standard TmodLoader 1.3 mod right now. Soon it'll be imported to TmodLoader 1.4, but that'll take a while, unlike Calamity, which was imported in July. But overall, I think this mod is pretty fun if you ask me. It's a really nice content mod that puts you and a lot of your favorite things all together into one thing. But what I like most about the Thorium mod is the unique AI of all the bosses that you can fight. They are all super unique, and each and every time you feel like you're gonna win, sometimes they'll surprise you with something very different. And the armor sets are pretty unique as well. Honestly, when you think of modded armor sets, you expect something very good. These armor sets that you get at endgame once you defeat the Primordials are obviously really good. So you gotta get your hands on them when you get the chance. And the weapons you get at endgame are absurdly overpowered, so you can basically call yourself an immortal. When you wield the weapons like the Terrarian's Last Knife, the Seven Seas Devastator, or even the Ocean's Judgment, you're practically invincible because you can hardly take any damage. This weapon, I just love it. I don't know what I'd do without the Terrarian's Last Knife. A lot, because in the next season, I'm not gonna be playing melee. It has the new classes that Thorium has added. So everyone, until next time, I hope y'all have enjoyed watching me lose my sanity. And as always, thanks for watching y'all. Have a nice day. Stay pug-tastic. And also, see y'all in March 2023. Also, let's not forget, the map and character are also available for download. Just check the link in the description and you'll be able to get this character and this world available with your TmodLoader 1.3 Thorium mod world. All you need to do is just have the mods that I have installed, and bam, it'll work like a charm.